You become what you think about. Now, this is a biblical truth. In Proverbs, it says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, a man becomes what he thinks about all day long. It turns out that what we focus on, what we concentrate on, what we think about, we tend to gravitate towards, move towards, become that. And if it's good or bad, we're going to be pulled magnetically in the direction of the things we think about. You become what you think about.
Don't let any experience that you've ever had in your life act as a brake on your potential, because there's hundreds of thousands of people who've had it worse than you could ever dream of, who've gone on to accomplish wonderful things.
It doesn't matter where you come from. All that matters is where you're going to. So if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. You become what you think about.
People say, well, I've never been very good with money. Well, get over it. The fact of the matter is, you can learn what you need to learn to achieve anything that you want to achieve. We say that success is not an accident. Failure is not an accident. Success leaves tracks. So if you just follow the tracks of other successful people, no matter where you're starting from, you eventually get to the same place that they get.
And I have a thing I call the displacement theory. I learned it from my wife. My wife is kind of like Pastor. She's kind of a health nut, like she's in perfect shape. She has zero body fat, which is simultaneously wonderful because she's my wife, but look at me, it's also shaming, okay? So she goes and walks her 6 miles or 28 miles or whatever she does in the morning and works out 4.5 hours or whatever the thing she does. And then she comes in and puts stuff in a blender that humans should not ingest and thinks it's fun. And when she pours it into a glass, it looks like nuclear waste. And it's good for you. Ugh. And then she's got this little nuclear waste mustache and says, do you want some? And I'm like, no. And she finishes drinking that nuclear waste and sets the glass in the sink, turns on the hot water, and the hot water goes into the junk. And the clean water, as it runs, begins to displace the trash. And if you let that glass, and you've done it before, that pan sit in the sink and just let the hot water run on it, it will boil the stuff out. And in a few minutes, the clean has displaced the filth. You put good stuff in, you will have good stuff in. And it will push the trash from the past out. It will push the past out. Well, people from my neighborhood, I don't care about your neighborhood, put some clean in. People that grew up like, I don't care, put some clean in. People that don't have a chance to start it, like, shut up, put some clean in. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Imagine that you have no limitations. Imagine that you have all the time and all the money and all the friends and all the contacts and all the education and all the experience, and that you could be or have or do anything you want in life. If you could, what would it be? If your life were perfect in 5 years, what would it look like? How much would you be earning? How much would you be worth? What kind of a family life would you have? What kind of health would you have? What kind of car would you be driving? What would your life be like if you could wave a magic wand and make it perfect in every way?
You can do it. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you think you can, or you think you can't, that's faith or the lack of it. You'll be right either way.